let's face it, 2016 is not the most popular year. Yeah, nobody seems to have super positive things to say about it, which is why we are going to do the worst of 2016 beauty products edition, because I have a pretty hefty bag here. I usually don't have this much stuff, but what can I say? So, I don't mean to be super negative throughout this video, but I just want to tell you guys my honest opinion and save you guys some money. I just want to say that these products didn't all come out this year, but they're products I picked up this year and tried and ultimately didn't end up liking. And if you guys like some of these products, then good for you. I'm sure they work for some people, but they just didn't work out for me. So let's just get started. So the first thing I have is a non-makeup product, the only non-makeup product that I have, and it's the Body Shop Satsuma body spray. It's the All Day Toilette. And honestly, this thing smells so good, but I'm spraying it all over. It smells so good. You spray it on your skin and it's literally gone in 5 minutes, like 5 minutes. And the thing is not cheap. I don't remember how much I spent on this, but it was not cheap at all. It was quite expensive. Like, I could go to the drugstore and get something really cheap that's a lot better. So I do not recommend this, however. It smells really good, so that's why I kept it. This next thing is something that came out a while ago, and it's the Benefit Cabana Glamma makeup kit. Honestly, like, the packaging's really cute and everything, and it comes with a bunch of their stuff. Let me just start out by saying it's like impossible to get this thing out with Posy Tint, and I can't get it out. This was okay, but however, nothing really came in it, so I could hardly get any use out of it. This Some Kind of Gorgeous thing, I didn't really like the way it looked and felt. And then the Hoola bronzer is the only thing that I ended up liking, but by far the worst thing were these eyeshadows. Honestly, no pigmentation, nothing. So honestly, don't waste your money. I'm glad I got it because the Hoola bronzer is okay. I didn't like it that much, but it's not the worst thing in the world. But I'm glad I spent a little bit less money than I would have buying the whole Hoola bronzer, and I still got to try out multiple products, but in the end I didn't end up liking any of them. Let's move on to some drugstore products, shall we? So I have a bunch of e.l.f. lip glosses here. So I'm going to start off with the glossy lip gloss from e.l.f. and I'm not even gonna say the color. Okay, I'll tell you. It's in the shade Wink Wink. And the thing is, these aren't bad. They're very good. However, there's nothing in here. And I only got 2 uses out of this, and you have to press really, really, really hard. And honestly, I don't see the point on wasting your money on one of these, which is the same thing that I have to say about these lip glosses that come in a tube. They're not the worst thing in the world. Actually, they do smell kind of bad, and they're all the same color. And honestly, I don't understand why there's just one that's clear. But there's hardly anything. It's really hard to get the product out here. I'll show you. So in order to get the product out, you have to scrape the sides. Do you see that? And then hardly anything comes out. There's nothing on here. So that's why I wouldn't recommend it. It's just not worth it. There are way better lip glosses you can get at a way cheaper price. And if you want to know what those are, you can come back next week or whenever I post my next video, because I'm doing the best of the best and I have some really good drugstore options available for you. So do not waste your money on those. And next, I have a bunch of products from NYX, which is really ironic because that's one of my favorite makeup brands in the entire world. But since their line is so big and I try so much stuff from them, there's bound to be stuff that I do not like. So I'm going to start off with the NYX Proof It eyeshadow primer. Okay, I feel like I've said this so many times throughout the video, but this is not a bad primer. It's actually pretty good. However, it's so hard to get product out of here that it's just not even worth the money to spend on it. And there's just so many better primers or primers that are just as good that don't have the problem where you have to really struggle to get product out. So maybe it's something that I'm doing, since I had the same problem about so many of these things, or maybe these products need to stop being so stingy and make the size a little bit bigger. I have the NYX Infinite Shadow Sticks in the shade Silk. It looks like this. It looks very pretty, doesn't it? But there's hardly anything. Like, I had to push really hard to get this kind of color payoff from it, and honestly it fades and is so hard, and it hurts when you're putting it on since you have to press so hard to get product out of here. So I do not recommend this. Next up, I have the NYX blush in Mocha. Honestly, I think they got rid of these blushes because they weren't that good. I know a lot of people used to recommend these ones because they were cheap and they had so many colors, and you could like experiment and play and see which colors that you liked best on you. However, these kind of broke me out, and the color payoff is not very good. It looks like a pretty color, but since there's hardly any pigmentation, it is not worth it. The last NYX product I have is the NYX Illuminator in the shade Ritualistic. This baby looks beautiful in the pan. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks really, really pretty. And honestly, when you swatch it, it looks really nice. But I don't know if you can see how powdery it is. It's so powdery. It makes it so hard to apply, and it gets all over your face, and then your whole face is ruined. Yeah. So I would say that if they fixed the formula of this and had the same sort of color payoff, then it would be a really good product. Otherwise, it's kind of really, really hard to use, and there are so many better ones out on the market right now. Moving back to the high-end side of things, I have a MAC lipstick. Now, this is not for the actual formula itself. It's more towards the color, and it's in the color Sushi Kiss. Now, this lipstick looked absolutely adorable, and I felt like I had to have it in my life. Looks like this. Look how beautiful it is. However, when I wear it, there's like no way I can make this look good on me. I look like literally like a clown whenever I wear it. Now, I feel like I'm stepping way outside of my comfort zone just wearing like this stuff, but then this, I really wanted to be adventurous, but it didn't work out. And since I haven't worn this out in public like ever once in this year I've had it, I would say this has to be one of the worst products of this year. I have the Maybelline Baby Skin with me right here. As you can see, I have a lot of this tube left over, and look how cute the packaging is. It looks adorable. I remember this was all the rage when it first came out, and I kind of laid on the trend and decided to try it out, and here, I'll show you. It looks like silicone-y. That's a lot of product. It looks really silicone-y when it first comes out, and honestly, it feels really, really good. It feels so good on your skin. It just makes your face really nice for to put makeup on top of. I put way too much on my hand. However, it broke me out a ton, and not just a lot, it broke me out a ton, and it didn't help my makeup down any longer, which I know I can't really count that against it because it didn't claim to do that. However, it would be really nice if like a base did keep my makeup on a little bit longer. So this is a no-no in my book because it made me break out. Okay, next up we have the Physicians Formula Nude Eyeshadow Palette. It looks like this. I'm not sure what the exact name of this is, but I'm sure if you go to your local drugstore, you will find it. This palette looks really pretty. However, the color selection isn't that good. Like, honestly, it's not that good. There are no mattes in here, and the color payoff is like, there's no pigmentation in here whatsoever, and this is not cheap. This was like $12 or $15-ish, and that's not cheap for drugstore, especially since Wet n Wild does it so good when it's only like $1.99. There's like no color payoff to that. I know it looks good, but when you apply it on your eye, there is nothing. So I know I keep on saying I wouldn't recommend it, and you guys know that this title is the worst product ever, but this is a huge no-no. Don't even try it out under any circumstances. I do not think So anyone would like this. I have 2 concealers here. Ooh. So the first one I have is drugstore. It is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Brightening Eye Perfector. It's very long. It looks like this. I think I'm just gonna watch this for you, and then you'll understand why this is such an awful product. Here's what it looks like. I don't know if you can tell, but it is the most streaky, unblendable thing ever. And also, it just has such a high undertone of pink. And it's not the right shade that will like help cover these boards up. It's the shade that will literally make you look like a clown. And honestly, like the Physician Formula palette, this is expensive, so I would not recommend it. And the other concealer I have is high-end. It's from Napoleon. It's called the One Concealer. So basically this is one shade that's going to do wonders for everyone, and there's no shades. It's just this one thing. Oh my god. So it looks like this. First, let me tell you that this is so uncomfortable to wear because of how sticky it is. It's literally, it feels uncomfortable to touch. That's how uncomfortable it is. And then when you swatch it, it's super thick. And I don't even know what kind of color this is. This is like orange. It doesn't do anything for you. Honestly, I tried using this as a lip base once because I was that desperate, and it worked okay for that, but as a concealer, there's no way you can use this. The next product is from Urban Decay, and it's their Perversion Mascara. And yes, I know it's a tiny mini size, but it came as a little sample in my Sephora order. And I was like actually excited because I thought I was going to buy the big version, and now I can't even open it because I have concealer on my hands. Okay, I got it. So the wand doesn't even look that bad. It kind of looks like your average concealer mascara. It kind of looks like your average mascara. However, this thing is so clumpy. I don't know if it's just a sample size, but I will say that I have had many sample sizes and then gotten the real thing, and it has been like exactly the same performance. So I'm going to go with the majority of my experiences and say that the big size of this mascara wouldn't be that much better. It's super clumpy. It takes so much work to make this look good that it's just complete pass on this one. There are so many good mascaras, even drugstore, that to just spend money on a high-end concealer that doesn't work is kind of ridiculous. I love the CoverGirl products, but this one is really so bad. Okay, I dropped this. This is why it looks so bad. And I hit pan on it because I dropped it. But honestly, this has shimmer on it. Super powdery, honestly. I don't know if you can tell, but it has like specks of shimmer, and it claims to be like a mattifying powder, I'm pretty sure. Like, this is the most bizarre thing in the world to me. Why does it have shimmer in it? So yeah. And also I got it in like 5 shades too light. That's my bad, my problem. This next product I have is the CoverGirl Star Wars lipstick in the shade 20. I thought this thing was so cool because look at that. It's purple, it's sparkly. What more could you want? As you can tell, I love the color purple. So I thought I would love this, but it smells like lip smackers. It's like the bad lip smacker scent. Does not smell good. It doesn't even look good. It's like doesn't perform well. Look how hard I'm rubbing. I'm like rubbing so hard, and this is the pigmentation I get. So as you can see, it's pretty sheer. It settles into your fine line to make you look so wrinkly, and it makes your teeth look like the yellowest things ever. So if you want it for like a collectible novelty item, then yes, but I never ever wore this out in public, ever. This is probably the most disappointing product ever. It's the Naked 3 palette. I know this came out years ago, but I finally decided to get it because it's so hyped, and I got it, and I'm literally so disappointed in this. Yeah. Here's what it looks like. Honestly, you've probably seen this a million times, but it's just not that pretty, honestly. When I look at it, I just don't feel inspired like I do with my other palette. And there's literally not much you can do with this unless you pull from other palettes. People say it's a very nice romantic palette, but honestly, when I want to do a romantic look, I can do that with so many different ways in a more versatile palette. I feel like this is just one shade done a million times in this palette, and honestly, we do not need to spend any more time on this because this is not a good product. I only have 2 more products left. One is high-end and one is drugstore. I'm going to start with the drugstore one. This is the Wet n Wild Idle Eyes Cream Shadow Pencil, and this is the shade Techno. And I owned so many shades of this because it was so cheap. I think it's like $1, so I bought like all the shades, and honestly, none of them are good. This is the purple one, obviously, because I love the color purple. And when you swatch it, it looks pretty good, honestly, for something that's only $1. It looks pretty good, but when you apply it, it also looks really good. It's a little bit hard to like handle, but since it's only $1, that's what I'd expect from it. However, this is gone like that, even with primer, within the first 5 minutes. So I did keep all of these because I'm thinking when I film a really quick video, that would be kind of nice, so I can still use it. However, it's not practical for the everyday person. And the last product that I have is probably the newest one. I got it in the airport a couple months back. And this is the MAC White Metal Mineralized Eyeshadow. Now look how like professional and cute this looks. But then, first of all, like the way you open it is really hard. It's not practical. Look how much fallout there is around that. That is ridiculous, especially for the price. The shades look really cool. However, if you just watch them, it's just like ridiculous how little product comes and how powdery it is. It's honestly, I have it right here and here. Sorry, my swatches are really bad. But look how awful that is. Now, I do know, I'm aware that you have to put like water in it and put it on for it to get its full effect. But when the
7 p.m.
But when the person, like when she sold it to me, she didn't market it that way. She's like, oh, you just dip your brush in it and it'll be so perfect. Like this thing that I have on right now, that's a Stila metal eyeshadow, which honestly worked amazing. Like I love this thing so much, but this is just way too much work, especially when it wasn't marketed that way to me. And honestly, I just don't even like the effect that much when it is wet. Like the gold one's really nice, but I feel like you can find a lot of powdered gold shadows to get the same effect. And just when am I ever going to use a really intense champagne color? Like I just don't think that it's practical. And yeah, so those are the worst products of 2016. Please let me know what are your worst products of 2016, and also I hope you guys have a great new year. I know my Christmas tree is still here, but I love it so much. It just needs to be in a couple more videos. So yeah, please subscribe for more videos, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!